Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. The reason I'm getting this video out a little late today is because I went to the hospital this morning to do a cardio version for my AFib. For those of you that don't know what a cardio version is, they basically knock you out for usually just for a few minutes, and they take those I forget what you call it, but they put the stickers on your chest and they shock you to try to get your heartbeat to normalize. And so I did that this morning, and believe it or not, it's an outpatient. It sounds worse than it is. It's an outpatient thing, and so I am back to do videos and to tell you why I'm excited about digital assets. I found two great articles today that it's more about the market overall. I know a lot of you are frustrated out there at seeing the prices and all this business, but as I typically do, I don't pay a lot of attention to the market when it's like this. I don't like looking at it, and you shouldn't either. You should not. Don't waste your time staring at this stuff when it's like this. It'll come. What you need to understand is you need to always take a step back, stop looking at the negativity, and focus on the bigger picture reasons why you got into this. Today I'm going to go over a couple of those. How many times have you seen articles over the last few weeks and days? Oh, Bitcoin's dead. We told you so, and all that business. Well, I've heard that every time we've had a down. Every time the markets have gone down, I've heard that same BS. Well, these guys I am growing to love, let me tell you. The guys at Morgan Creek, which is a crypto hedge fund, I've covered them a few times. This is Mark Yusko, and I'm beginning to love this guy because these guys are dead on it. They know exactly what they're talking about. They're very smart, and what they did in this article is perfect. I love it. Morgan Creek Digital is betting $1 million that crypto can beat the S&P. Now, what better thing for someone to do than to say, oh, okay, Bitcoin's dead. They're all, crypto's dead. It's a scam. It's all this. And these guys said, okay, let's call out. They're calling out, and what they're offering is to professional. Let me find the right terminology that they use. Morgan Creek Digital, an institutional manager focused on cryptocurrencies and digital assets, wants to bet $1 million that such assets will outperform the S&P 500 during the next 10 years. The asset manager is challenging any professional investor or firm that believes cryptocurrencies are worthless or that public equities are a better bet to prove their belief with a long-term bet against the Digital Asset Index Fund, a crypto index fund managed by Bitwise Management. How freaking genius is this? And I can't wait to watch. Well, I say I'm going to watch them do this, but I don't think any of those guys are going to take them up on it because I think they all know they've been lying and positioning themselves behind the scenes. But let me tell you, Mr. Yusko, let me tell you who I think you ought to approach. One of two guys. I would love to watch you approach these guys. Jamie Dimon and Warren Buffett, who are having the last laugh, apparently. And I would also approach Mr. Bloomberg, who owns this rag of an online newspaper. This has been the most anti-crypto newspaper that I have seen throughout this whole process. These guys put more negative things out about crypto than anybody I've ever seen. And that tells me the man behind it's Bloomberg, and he's a wealthy investor, so he should take them up. They ought to bet him $1 billion instead. That might be a little pricey for them, but at least try to up it because he knows that he's wrong. He knows this is BS. He knows it's complete crap. and so does Bloomberg. And so give these guys some applause. Sorry, my computer's trying to. You know why my computer is slowing down? And I've had some of you nice people out there many times tell me I need to get some certain browser. I think it was the Brave browser. But the reason my computer's slowing down, every single time that I pull a Zero Hedge article, it becomes a nightmare. They are so loaded down with ads and stuff like that. Anyway, moving on. But this right here, these guys are heroes in my opinion, because this is the kind of thing that needs to be being said. Call these people out. Call them out. Let's see if they really believe what they're trying to tell all of we retail investors that don't have their resources. I really resent what they're doing, because this is such a great opportunity for average people like you and me. And so I really do resent what the Warren Buffetts and the Jamie Dimons, I resent what they've done, because they know what they're saying is not true. So moving along, another great article. Michael Arrington from Arrington XRP Capital at Arrington, he posted this article. Rumors of the demise of blockchain industry have been greatly exaggerated. And this is an article from Zero Hedge, and what they're basically saying in a nutshell is that you're seeing all this Bitcoin is dead, and all the crypto is dead, and you're seeing it just because of what the crypto markets are doing during this snapshot of time. But what's going on behind the scenes in the blockchain industry is nothing but acceleration. And so they're saying it doesn't match up, and because it doesn't match up, that makes what we're seeing with all this red one of the greatest opportunities of our lifetime. And so I wanted to read you just a couple of snippets from this article. Rumors of the demise of blockchain industry have been greatly exaggerated. He says, if you can imagine, look past sensational stories of who lost how much in Bitcoin. What you'll find are far more interesting stories on adoption and implementation. Whereas 2017 was the year of weather, 2018 is going out as the year of when and how. In other words, 2017 is crypto going to be a big thing? 2018, even though this market's down, now we are getting adoption. It's not a matter of if crypto is going to happen, it's a matter of when. And that's what you need to be thinking when you look at that red. It's a matter of when, which is why I buy and hold. Okay? Moving along. Then they go on to say they're trying to tell you what's going on the ground with companies and CEOs, what they're actually saying about what's happening, not what you're seeing on these market cap websites or the lists of how much each one's up and down. Says perhaps the strongest vote of confidence came from Clarissa Horwitz, VP of Marketing at BitGo, a leading crypto coin custody tech and service provider. BitGo announced a new qualified custodian service aimed at institutions just a few months ago. Just as the price decline accelerated, custody being a service only needed by those who deal with actual coins. Now, I'll repeat that. Custody being a service only needed by those who deal with actual coins. I wondered if demand had been tepid. Her response, interest has been off the charts. Interest behind the scenes by these institutions has been off the charts while they tell you it's dead and it's scary and get away from it. And then I wanted to finish this. This is from this article, and I want you to listen to this very, very, very closely. I've told you varieties of this, but this gets a little more specific. They're referring to .com. Back then, during the aftermath of the .com bust, the shares of a little online bookseller traded at a mere $6, having lost 95% of their value. Critics took the magnitude of that decline, even greater than the current crypto one, to mean the promise of e-commerce had been exaggerated. But Jeff Bezos and his team still believed that online shopping was a better way of doing things. So despite the raging bear market, they proceeded to significantly expand Amazon's offering. History and a subsequent 30,000% appreciation in the stock proved them right. Let me repeat that. History and a subsequent 30,000% appreciation in the stock proved them right. Sometimes the biggest takeaway from a major price decline is the emergence of a great opportunity. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that when they said that e-commerce was dead, Amazon was at $6, and from there went up 30,000% because e-commerce was not dead. Thank you for listening.